When it comes to building power and explosiveness for the bike, a lot of us like to think about box jumps and doing really high box jumps. But as cyclists, what a lot of us miss is that the tissues of the lower body are actually not up to par and aren't ready to develop that power and explosiveness. Today, we're going to take a look at a simple and highly effective exercise that is essentially free. You can do anywhere as long as you have a good, safe ground to land on and good tennis shoes. When it comes to box jumps and developing power, a lot of cyclists are out there doing box jumps for time in a CrossFit style, and while that's certainly very difficult and gets your heart rate going, what we're missing are the actual tissue qualities that you need in order to develop true explosive power. Now, what we're going to look at today is an exercise that's going to help you to develop the fascia. Now, the fascia is a tissue in the body. A lot of us like to think about the plantar fascia or fascial release. Well, that's one kind of aspect of the tissue, but the other is getting the tissue to go through good range of motion and learning how to adapt and store energy to give us back free energy as we go. Now, two exceptions to this exercise as we go through. If you do have plantar fasciitis or you have lower leg issues, this is not an exercise for you. Also, if you have back pain, not an exercise for you. If you are not suffering from either of those things or haven't in the last month, then let's get to it and see what this looks like. All right, so this is actually pretty simple, and it's one of those things that you think, oh, whatever, it doesn't really matter. It does. Everything does matter. And what we're going to do is we're going to work on 3 patterns. So the first one is just going to be forward and back, jumping forward and back. Now, as I do this, I want to make sure that I'm keeping good posture. I don't want to have my head rounded forward or leaning back. So we're just going to jump. You can do this for anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds, forward and back. Then we're going to go side to side, 15 to 30 seconds. And as you go through this, you're going to start to feel the tissues or the calves burn a little bit. You should not feel this in through your back. Now the last one, and you don't want to stop as you go through this, the last one is going to be switching. Just going back and forth, staying on the ball of the foot. So we're not looking to land on the whole foot. We want to stay with the heel off the ground. So going through this gets your heart rate up. This is a great way that you can end some of your sessions. That's where I like to do this as opposed to the beginning because you are fatiguing the muscles of the lower leg. Then you can add a little bit of soft tissue work like foam rolling or a little bit of trigger point. But you want to be careful because when you do trigger point or you do soft tissue release like foam rolling, you're telling the tissues to relax. And the whole point of this, we want the tissues to get excited, get the muscles to relax a little bit, and find a new resting place. Now, the thing that you need to keep in mind with this, as you're starting 2 to 3 days a week, let's say Monday, Wednesday, Friday, is a lot. So maybe start Monday and Thursday with this exercise, or Monday and Friday. The tissues need time to rebuild themselves and to be able to progress. So keep that in mind as you go through. Start off with 2 to 3 sets of 15 seconds of each, no rest in between. So forward and back, side to side, and then split. So 15 seconds, 15 seconds, 15 seconds, and then rest for about 1.5 minutes in between. Do not do any soft tissue work or stretching in between. You can do, just a little bit of active stretch if you want, but we want to try and keep you moving. Now, if you found this useful, head on over to the Human Vortex Training website. Check out our blog for more great content. You could pick up one of our pre-made training plans, or you can work with me individually, whatever floats your boat and whatever your needs are right now. Until next time, make sure you hit subscribe. Give us a thumbs up, and remember, until next time, it's train smarter, not harder, because it is all about you. Don't do this more frequently than I'm telling you. It's going to hurt. We'll see you next time.